with the help of White Cloud and Montour, it's people like him and role models that we need more of to continue to uplift our young people.
The NHL Stanley Cup has been called the hardest trophy to win in sports, but for two First Nations with homegrown talent on the opposing Vegas Golden Knights and Florida Panthers, they say there is no scenario where they can lose.
At the end of the day, when one wins, we all win, and that's something that our community is entirely proud of. Regardless of where the Stanley Cup ends up, it's just really going to be truly inspiring to see it back on any one of our territories.
The Florida Panthers have Indigenous player Brandon Montour from Six Nations of the Grand River, and the Vegas Golden Knights have Indigenous player Zach Whitecloud from Sioux Valley Dakota Nation, meaning no matter who wins the series, a First Nation community is claiming the Stanley Cup. Six Nations of the Grand River Chief Mark Hill called Sioux Valley Dakota Nation Chief Jennifer Bone before the Stanley Cup final began to talk about this moment.
I think it extends beyond hockey, and it just represents a moment of celebration and unity for our Indigenous communities, whether that's here in Manitoba or, in Ontario, and it highlights our resilience and determination and breaking down those barriers.
It's a huge step for Indigenous hockey. I think over the last 10 years or so, you see more Indigenous hockey players at that caliber.
Kevin Monkman is the general manager for Manitoba's under-18 Indigenous team. He says moments like these will resonate with young Indigenous athletes, regardless of which community brings home the cup.
Showcasing their skills, showcasing their talent, showcasing their personalities on a national stage, it's going to be huge for Indigenous youth.
Both First Nation communities have been watching the games in large groups at their respective community centers, and Chief Hill says they've been selling themed lawn signs as a fundraiser that's put $8,000 thus far into their youth sports programs. The impact this representation is having on their communities is extending out in ways they couldn't have imagined.
Definitely giving them the inspiration and that anything is possible, and you can achieve whatever you want if you work hard for it.
The hard work and dedication that it takes to really see goals through and to know that really, I think the other part is our people, specifically our young people, are worthy of achieving whatever they set their mind to.
In Winnipeg, Mike Albanese, City News.